Exactly.
Although,
right.
which I find hilarious because Nintendo got nothing but praise from Sony and Microsoft this past year. It's like, yeah, we want Nintendo to do well because that means everybody else will buy our consoles next because our consoles are better. Yeah, I'm sure that makes sense to you in a weird Elseworld story, but not really. Quiet time for concentration.
Oh boy, I'm not sure if I want to do the time mechanic just yet. Or if I probably have to get through this.
You probably will. See, that was the one I was talking about.
Yeah, you have to stop the propellers. Oh, I didn't even stop time yet. Now I might as well get the extra life on the way up here. Oh, damn it! I have to reactivate the engine room one, of course.
So, did we just screw it up?
I probably did. Because for some reason that doesn't stay saved. Yep, I screwed it up.
No!
Because I was supposed to hit that switch first. But I thought it was still switched. I didn't think it would revert just because I died.
Apparently it did.
Let's see if I can get... No! Fuck! God, I hate this level. No!
Okay, well, is this gonna put us quicker to the engine room?
I guess a little... yeah. Because now I gotta go hit that thing again.
Except we have to jump in.
Except I don't need to fall in the water. This is the metropolis of Banjo.
Metropolis Zone event. No, you're not at the rage level that Metropolis puts you.
I'm all raged out from 06.
Yes, you are. It's really sad. I might have to take out a lot of his F-bombs because they were so high. They were peaking so high.
Because it's time to start dropping some F-bombs.
And they were
Fire! 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 Fuck! I didn't say fire, I said fuck.
Oh, AVGN. He's not actually a lot of great ones.
At least this saves your note count, because could you imagine having 80 notes and having to go collect them all again?
Yes, that would suck.
So, I'm so glad they changed that in this version.
Okay, so yeah, we've been here before. So...
Yes, I had to hit...
Because this was when I first started mentioning Sailor Scout references. No, we're not going back into the Sailor Moon talk!
It all comes back to Sailor Moon.
More than Ava?
More than...
I don't know, Alex. Everything has come back to Evangelion in some way, shape, or form.
We're gonna be playing .hack, where we're gonna come back...
I swear, at one of these points where we will refer to, we'll actually, instead of having 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, with Alex will have 6 degrees of Hideki Anno. And he'll be able to link everything to Studio Kara.
Or Gynax.
Or Gynax.
Alright, let's try this.
You see, Eden, because Scarlett Johansson was totally Gynaxing in this one scene, that's the reference to Gynax. Well, Alex, I didn't think about it that way, but I guess you've got a point! Put her there, pal!
What if you have a hand buzzer on that?
What?
I'm not putting it there if you have a hand buzzer.
Yeah. Well, that would be appropriate. I have been playing Batman games. I could totally be doing Joker on you.
You've never even seen 1989 Batman, have you?
You mean the Batman the movie for Adam West? Yes.
No, not the Adam West Batman. I've just said Batman from 1989. Tim
Oh,
Burton's
yes.
Batman.
I have not seen the Tim Burton Batman.
Which is too bad, because that has a great hand buzzer moment in it. Where Jack Nicholson totally kills someone with it.
One of these days, I might have to just knuckle down.
Die! Can't hit this stupid thing with...
Yeah, one of these days I might just have to knuckle under and watch Batman and Batman Returns. Because I have not seen it.
And then we could do a Drak and Shadow commentary for it.
Except I would have to constantly refer to Heath Ledger did it better. That's actually one of the arguments that I've had with a lot of friends. I've never seen Jack Nicholson do it, but I'm already of the opinion that Heath Ledger did it better.
You can't be. You've never seen Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, exactly. But I keep making the argument to my friends. Heath Ledger did it better.
I don't wanna...
You haven't seen Jack Nicholson do it! Yeah, but Heath Ledger did it better. Why am I saying that? Because I can.
Let's see, I want to time this just right. Even though I'm going to come back here anyway, but I want to do this now.
Okay, so this shuts down the engines and hopefully all the propellers?
Oh, there's still another switch I gotta get. I have to, yes, I have to shut down the propellers, but it's a time trial. So.
Yeah.
Because that's what Banjo is. Time trials. I really hate those! Hate this level!
We're getting borderline rage with, I think you're getting your second wind here.
Damn it, I want to finish this level already. Get up there!
I actually want to finish this level too, but we need to make sure.
Only 60% done.
We need to do it right. We need to do it right. Which is funny coming from me because I don't know what right is in this game. We need to do it right. I don't know what that is, but we got to do it right.
I suppose I didn't have to hit this stupid switch all the time.
Okay, so this is going to make those slow down. Now, here's the question I have. So, you can hit the other switch, but you were saying you needed one more. So, you hit that before the other one?
I can, but I can't hit that one in there before the others. Otherwise, it just doesn't count.
Okay.
I have to do it through the engine. Each and every one in the engine room.
Okay. I'm figuring this out as we go along.
Believe me, if it were that simple, I wouldn't rage. Wouldn't be raging right now.
Yes, you would not.
I don't like it.
But, you know, a lot of people are just going to be like, you were so flawed in your execution. I don't care. We're doing as good as we're going to do.
Come on, I totally...
There's the ground, Banjo. You remember what the ground is, right? No, because this is the platform game, and the ground doesn't exist. Unless it's the platform.
Speaking of ground not existing, considering that's all bottomless pit.
Exactly. I'm having J6 flashbacks.
I mean, this is confidently made, it's just hard.
Yes.
It's Nintendo hard.
It's Nintendo hard, but it's not NES hard.
No.
Ninja Gaiden, this is not. We might have to do that, though. Extremely emulated and extremely cheated.
Oh, yes.
Very nice. That's another episode, AVGN episode I love, is Ninja Gaiden. Especially the outtakes from the Ninja Gaiden episode, which is hilarious. Because a lot of it is spent on that fan.
Alright, 7 out of 10.
Yay, 70% done! This is the longest loading bar you've ever come across on Drak and Shadow.
Okay, just gotta time it.
Gotta time it out. I understand.
No, no.
Oh.
Sometimes you're lucky and can save yourself.
Yeah, but you almost killed yourself.
I know I almost died. Don't you think I know that?
All I know is that Alex almost made my heart stop.
I'm being way too cautious, I know, but geez, this is a little tricky to time.
Caution is fine. We've seen me throw caution to the wind. It doesn't work out that well. Let's not repeat.
Still gotta get that other one. I always miss the other one. It's in here, of course. It's not like I don't know where it is. Just I have to make way through the
You have to go through the
fans.
fans again.
Oh! Come on!
Wow. Welcome to Banjo and Kazooie Rage Mode right now. Alex is not happy.
Told you I hate this level.
Well, you should have thought about it. I don't know.
I should have
Look,
thought
we
about
all have that one level in a game that we hate. So I'm not holding it against anybody. I am not your enemy, Alex. Use the force to determine who is the real enemy. Which would
roll
be
into the
Andrea.
damn. There we go.
Now, do you have to hit these things within a certain amount of time within each other?
No.
Okay.
It's just once you stop the propellers, the timer starts. And you gotta make way to the propellers before they start again.
Okay.
Welcome everybody to our Let's Play of Banjo Kazooie. Oh yay, we're having so much fun, aren't we, Alex?
We're failing and having fun.
Well, let's just be honest. We've actually been apparently doing this wrong for quite some time, and we weren't willing to admit this. We were deeply in denial. So we just decided to bring in an expert. So we'd like to introduce you to the Banjo Kazooie Expert.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome everybody to my wife Andrea. She is now going to be joining us for the rest of this Banjo Kazooie Let's Play. She loves Banjo Kazooie. She's done pretty much everything, haven't you, hun?
Yeah, I am the completionist, is what you guys always like to tell me.
No, what we'd like to tell people is we need to rent you out to Gerard Cleal so he can actually complete games. He's got way too much on his shoulders, man. Stop completing Final Fantasy VII games and get back to the other stuff, dang it! Actually, no, I haven't watched that stuff, so I'm not going to criticize it.
So back to Rusty Bucket Bay we go.
Back to Rusty Bucket Bay. So, given that Andrea here is probably not quite introduced, I mean, if you guys have seen my channel, Drak2326, we have our own Let's Plays coming up where we take on like a newer game together. But, for the most part, the YouTube-verse probably doesn't know you very well. So, would you like to introduce yourself for a second?
Well, my name is Andrea. I am the wife of Adam here and the sister
Mrs.
of
Drak.
Alex.
She's Mrs. Drak. I'm kidding.
So for all those who didn't think she existed, well, she does.
And yes, I do have a day job. I work as a nurse, so I am usually very busy, so I will come on as much as I can, but I won't probably be on every single Let's Play.
Yeah, we're going to be selective with the projects that she gets on. It really is going to be stuff that she's interested in or she knows. So at that point, and yes, to the YouTube verse who actually thought she didn't exist. Hey, it could be worse, Alex. I mean, we just barely went to a wedding in Colorado, and for the longest time, the groom of that wedding thought she was a wig. So
She thought she was wearing a wig?
he thought that I was wearing a wig and doing a higher pitched voice. So at that, even when I actually brought her on to talk to him, that's what he thought. And so that was funny how we introduced you, because we walked into the men's warehouse to get fitted for all the stuff, and I'm like, well, here's the wig. Is she a wig?
Yeah, but you were joking on the fact that I should have been bringing a wig and actually wearing it.
Actually, I thought that was a really great idea, just to say, well, she's wearing a wig, so technically she's a wig. But yeah, since a lot of people might not actually believe this, but she is a very hardcore gamer. Actually, you know what? Hardcore is kind of hard to describe it because, like, is she the person who's doing headshots on COD? No. But why don't you just give us kind of a history of your gaming and who, like, the consoles and the games that you love?
Well, I wouldn't call myself a hardcore gamer unless you want to call it that. I'm usually more of a casual player. I like to play games for fun. But I usually like to play games like Banjo Kazooie, for example, because it reminds me of, like, Mario 64 or...
So, like, where did you get started in consoles?
Well, I got started when I was playing the Sega Master System with me and Alex's, our older brother, since he owned that system. And then we were just, collecting Sega Genesis games and playing the Sega Genesis, and eventually got into the GameCube and Nintendo 64 and just went from there.
Okay, so you basically stayed kind of a Sega family in the early on until about 16-bit, and then you guys got a Super Nintendo. Then in the it's not necessarily, I want to call it the 64-bit era, but it was like the 32-bit. So you guys didn't go and get a Sega Saturn, or I know, because we've already said it, you guys didn't have a Dreamcast.
Nope.
To which you should forever be shamed. You guys claimed to be a Sega family. You guys failed. I was the Nintendo family, and I had a Dreamcast. But, yeah, that's basically, in a lot of cases, I know we have gotten a question or two as to how me and my wife met. It really was through gaming. I mean, when I wanted to try a Sega game, then I went over to her house to be babysat, and then when she wanted to try out Nintendo, she came to me. So that's kind of how things went. And, yeah. So, you mentioned that you like Banjo Kazooie, so you are a Rare fan.
Yes, I am a Rare fan. I also like playing other games such as Pokemon, Kingdom Hearts. Yes, that's one of my favorite games.
I'm laughing off mic, guys. Ignore me.
Why is that so unusual?
Because, like, half the stuff that she's mentioning now, she forgot to mention in the actual LP that we did to introduce her.
Okay, so I'm not perfect.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts are a big thing for you. You actually, for the most part, a lot of the big established franchises of gaming you have not touched. Neither you or Alex have. That's where I came into the equation. Like, for example, Mario you guys have played later on, but Legend of Zelda, Metroid, you guys haven't touched. Metal Gear, you haven't touched. Final Fantasy, you haven't touched. There's a ton of franchises that these guys have missed out on. Seriously, guys, I need to educate them. I'm starting to wonder if we need to rename this channel to instead of Drak and Shadow to Drak Educates as many people as he can on these franchises. Especially since some of those franchises have been requested. So, but in the meantime, so what would be like your top 3 kinds of games to play? So like RPGs, action adventure, platformers, things like that.
Well, I do like playing platformers, and I do like action-adventure type games, or maybe some type of, fantasy-like games.
So, like, when you talk about action-adventure, you're talking like Uncharted games, or...
Well, yeah, like Uncharted, Tomb Raider, those kind of games.
Okay, and then when you're mentioning Phantasy Star, you're not meaning that game series. You're meaning like RPGs.
Well, yeah, RPGs.
Since obviously you were a Pokemon fan, thank you, Nintendo, raising a generation of RPG players, and I didn't need to do a dang thing. No, seriously. I mean, up until that point as a child, it was me convincing all my friends to get into RPGs. Then Pokemon came along, and I went, "Why did I even try? Everybody's playing Pokemon." Pokemon's a freaking RPG! This is how I stopped trying for you guys, because you were playing RPGs and I didn't need to advertise it. Now, you must admit this horrible sin. You have dabbled into MMORPGs.
That's a sin.
To some gamers, yes it is. Especially when she has to admit which one.
Which one is that?
There is a certain game where you have to pay $15 a month.
Oh, unless you're talking about World of Warcraft.
Oh, sacrilege! How dare she play WoW? It's so old! Yes, we both play WoW. In fact, how actually did you get started into WoW? I want to tell people that I'm given the credit because I got you into it, but you kind of got into it without me knowing. So how actually did you get into World of Warcraft?
Well, I didn't think I was really interested, but when I hear a lot of people talking about it, I decided to just venture in and see what it was like.
Who specifically? Like me? Maybe my brother was talking about it, but...
Well, probably you guys, probably just some school friends, back then.
Those stupid RN students. They should have been studying.
I don't know about them.
They were too busy. They were too busy raiding, and that's why they couldn't pass their tests. So, in the meantime, yes, Alex. Alex still exists, boys and girls. In case you hadn't noticed, he's just trying to get through Rusty Bucket Bay
with my sanity intact.
You're the Banjo Kazooie expert. Is he doing it properly?
Ow.
Well, I would say this is one level that is not my one-time favorite in this game for sure, because I never was a big fan of Rusty Bucket Bay, but it's okay.
I'll take you guys' word for it since I'm running this blind. I actually did try and play Banjo Kazooie with my wife early on, and then I didn't get into it as much as maybe she would have liked. But watching this thing blind, I can understand why you guys liked it. I'm just kind of glad you guys are at the pilot seat, not me. Because this game, I think, would frustrate me enough to break a controller. Especially in this part of the game.
Yeah, I would say this is probably the least favorite level of this game. And he's pretty much doing the jiggy that I so hate doing mostly in this whole game.
Oh, wait, I completely have realized we have not been doing a trope here, Alex.
What?
So Andrea gets to say it with us. Ekum Bokum!
I haven't had any...
We've passed like 2 of them!
Yeah, I haven't collected any.
Ekum Bokum! I like Ekum Bokum. Alright, and so now we're doing the whole fan trick again.
Yes, and I keep getting hit, and I keep falling, and I'm sick of this level. I'm sick of this game on this. I'm just sick of this level in particular.
Betrayal. We're gonna be super, super quiet right now so that Alex can focus on this. We're gonna be like the Golf Channel. And that was perfect technique from Alex.
I still got one more to get through.
We're gonna be quiet again. So Alex can get through this. Do you understand what I'm saying, Andrew? Alright, we're gonna be super quiet again. So, at this point, could it be a Rusty Bucket Rage? Rusty Bucket Rage!
I came over, I'm handing the controller to my sister because I'm so sick and tired of this place.
It's okay, you can criticize his form, you can do all that. Just go ahead. Give us your opinion, Banjo Kazooie expert.
What, you want me to give advice?
No, I'm saying, be a critic. Criticize his form, I don't care. I'm pitting brother and sister against each other. What is wrong with me?
You are a horrible person.
Well, the internet would like to say so.
I never really want to do that and criticize how my brother plays.
But that's the majority of the fun. Obviously, my family life is different than theirs. Guys, don't criticize me. Because at this point, I would probably have my older siblings breathing down my throat going, no, you should do this. No, do this. Why are you not doing this? So, now that you're doing Let's Plays and things like that, Andrea, are there any specific game series that you are looking forward to now experiencing because you haven't before?
Well, there's probably a lot of games that'd be interesting to do, but pretty much there would be a couple that I would love to do, but I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't do, but that's just me.
What are those games?
Well, Harry Potter for one.
No, we're not touching those.
Why not?
Maybe me and Alex can do it.
People have no problem with us going only as far as Goblet of Fire because every other game is crap as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, come on. I didn't think 5 was that bad.
It didn't have the Zelda engine, therefore it was bad. Yeah,
but it still had at least the opportunity to go look around.
Maybe at that point, yeah, if you guys want to do the Harry Potter games, that'll have to be a Shadow and Andrea Let's Play of it. Because I may be willing to stick it through on, like... I like the redesigned Sorcerer's Stone. I said Sorcerer's Stone. The Chamber of Secrets and Prisoner of Azkaban. Goblet of Fire was really where I kind of dropped off. And here's the thing, guys. We're talking about a movie tie-in game. You know, how many people are actually going to request that? Because movie tie-in games have the stigma. Everybody doesn't like them.
What do you mean everybody doesn't like them?
They're movie tie-in games, therefore they suck.
They don't all suck.
Then you don't understand the stigma. I'm not saying you're wrong, love. I'm not saying you're wrong, love. It's just, unfortunately, that's the stigma of movie tie-in games now. Is that there have been so many that were done by the...